Is Ivana Ortiz a soldier for God? I asked that question because it seems to me she was engaged in a spiritual battle with one named Rihanna. Now some of y'all be like, well, she don't even know who she is. Okay. We're talking spiritual. Okay. We're not talking here in 3D. We're talking spiritual. Yes. So let's go here.
Fans of singer and actress and beauty mogul Rihanna are wondering what prompted a shooting at her home in LA.
Now, she's okay, but the suspect in custody is identified as Ivana Lisette Ortiz of Orlando. West 2 News investigative reporter Greg Fox with the latest on what we know about her.
There was no answer at the door at this duplex, listed as one of the last known Orlando addresses for 35-year-old Ivana Lisette Ortiz. A neighbor told us she moved out last year. California authorities are now charging Ortiz with firing multiple shots from an assault-style rifle into the Beverly Hills mansion of singer and actress Rihanna. The entertainer was home, but not injured in the shooting Sunday afternoon. While few details about what prompted the attack are known, court records in Orlando reveal Ortiz was upset last October with the scheduled concert by singer Billie Eilish. It was scheduled at the Kia Center in downtown Orlando. Ortiz filed an emergency petition with the court against promoter Live Nation, Billie Eilish herself, and the city of Orlando, citing the absence of a loudspeaker noise waiver and failure to provide public notice to nearby residents. The judge dismissed the petition. Ortiz has had a number of other local court cases, though none are felonies. In Orange County in 2018, she was arrested on drug charges, but the state decided not to prosecute. From 2008 to 2024, she's had a handful of civil traffic cases, and in 2024, she filed a domestic violence petition against her former husband, the father of their daughter. A temporary injunction was granted. In the domestic violence case, Ortiz revealed in July 2014, things took a toll on my mental health and well-being. 2 other arrests for Ortiz are noted in 2023, one for domestic violence and 3 months later for violation of a domestic violence injunction. Ortiz has been locked in a nearly 2.5-year battle over a traffic citation. And take a look, that is the red light camera that's at Holden and South Orange Blossom Trail. She received the ticket and she feels so passionate about the fact that she shouldn't be held liable, she wrote a handwritten letter to a judge. Ortiz wrote, the traffic infraction detector was out of compliance with the state of Florida. She's still appealing that case, while now facing new, more serious charges. For West 2 Investigates, I'm Greg Fox.
Ortiz also attended classes at UCF, and she is listed with the Florida Department of Health as a licensed speech-language pathologist with no complaints and no discipline history in her file.
Okay. Now that we have some backstory of who this woman is, no military, no former law enforcement. Those are the usual suspects. So we can rule out sleeper cell. We can rule out Manchurian candidate, right? Okay. Now, last time I checked, if we're going to try to create a profile of a spiritual warrior, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't God usually choose people with troubled past? Yes. God doesn't choose people morally upstanding, astute people that got everything together, right? God usually chooses his soldiers. They have a troubled past. They have a history of getting in trouble. Yes, I could be wrong, but from what I've gathered in my years of research, it's always the troubled folk, right, that are chosen for these arduous tasks. Yes? Okay. So let's just do a little bit more backstory on this woman before I go into my narrative.
The shooting outside of Rihanna's home in Beverly Crest. That's right. This morning, the LAPD identified the alleged shooter, and all of this, and Gigi Graciette is there with the details. Gigi.
That's right. The LAPD has identified the shooting suspect as 35-year-old Ivana Lisette Ortiz from Florida. She is behind bars today. Her bail set at over $10 million, and she is facing attempted murder charges. Now, this is Rihanna and...
Now, listen, this is California. Motherfuckers get $500,000, $50,000 for attempted murder in California and be out the next day. I've seen it happen. So I'm going to assume the bail being as high is because of who the victim is. Okay, let's continue.
Rocky's home, and you can see there on that white gate, white tape, it is covering up 5 bullet holes, and this was just some of the gunfire that was heard here Sunday afternoon.
Heather Road, so over White Tesla, if you went down Cold Water, 10 gunshots fired from the vehicle at the gate code 3, at 1932, RD809.
The shooting happened just after 1:20 on Sunday in this normally quiet neighborhood near Coldwater Canyon. People who heard the shooting and later saw the suspect telling police it was a non-stop barrage of bullets coming from a white Tesla. Behind the wheel, they said, a woman with blonde hair and braids. LAPD's air unit quickly spotting the car and following it all the way to the Sherman Oaks Galleria on Sepulveda and Ventura Boulevard, where Ortiz reportedly turned into the parking area, and that's where police took her into custody. Neighbors described what they heard yesterday, many saying they even ducked down inside their own homes, not knowing where the gunfire was coming from.
It was really loud, and everything echoes in this valley, so you can hear everything.
Okay, so yes, firing an AR from a vehicle, extremely loud. I'm sure you're gonna have some hearing damage. Yeah, non-suppressed, right? So okay, loud, bang, bang.
A shot, it's not something you expect.
My first thought was, really? Because, again, given the neighborhood, you don't usually expect for there to be drive-by shootings in a place like this, but they're everywhere now.
The singer was reportedly home at the time, although it's unclear if A$AP Rocky and their 3 children were here. And back here at Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's home, you can see again that white tape covering up 5 bullet holes. Police did confirm they found an assault-style rifle inside the Tesla that Ortiz was driving. We have learned she's originally from Florida, but what her connection is, if any at all, to Rihanna or A$AP Rocky is unknown. Again, she is behind bars, facing attempted murder charges. Her bail set at $10,225,000.
Okay, she's not from Florida. She's not from Florida. She's not from Florida. She's from Illinois. She's not from Florida. She lives in Florida. She's from Illinois. Illinois. The S is silent. She's from Illinois. She's from Illinois. Okay. Oh, where's it at? Oh, come on. Where's all her stuff at? Okay. So she was a speech pathologist. Yeah? Okay. Speech language pathologist. Okay. At our practice, we specialize in providing top-notch speech pathology services tailored to the unique needs of the adult population. We welcome individuals with a wide range of medical conditions for evaluation, ensuring that everyone receives the care they deserve. Our expertise covers a variety of areas, including articulation, expressive and receptive language skills, speech reading for the deaf and hard of hearing, cognitive communication therapy, voice alteration techniques, pragmatic language development, and management of swallowing disorders. We're here to support our clients every step of the way, helping them communicate effectively and live their best lives. With a commitment to excellence and a passion for making a difference, we strive to empower our clients to reach their communication goals and enhance their overall quality of life. Let's work together to unlock your full communication potential. This is admirable. This is admirable. So she's been self-employed. This is her clinic. Wow, interesting. Okay. At one point, this woman was Miss Teen Illinois Latina Princess. Okay. She was a former Miss Teen Illinois Latina Princess. Yes. Got her master's degree from Communication Sciences and Disorders from University of Central Florida. This is not a dummy. She's not a dummy. Oh, look here. Cheerleading coach. West Chicago Park District. Cheerleading coach. Okay. All right. Okay. She's no dummy. Her ties to Rihanna, there's no breadcrumbs here, really. Right? So she went the John Benet Ramsey route for a while. Right? Okay. Let's continue. Let's continue. Let me pull this back. Let me get out of that. Okay, here we go. Now, once again, a lot of you guys that are making the snap judgment, I think this woman believed she was a soldier for God. Okay? She's no dummy. She helps people speak. She helps people regain their speech. Okay. Let's continue. All right. She was Illinois Miss Teen Illinois Latina Princess 2006. All right. Now, she didn't have mental health issues until she got with the father of her child. But for the most part, this woman was pretty sane, right? For the most part, she was pretty sane. She's never been off the rails. There's no lingering history of mental health issues. This woman's fully acute, fully aware. Once again, God chooses people that has prior situations, right? Okay, so let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Let's add this. Okay. Now, at one point, I believe she was not allowed to be around her child for whatever reason. Here we go. Temporary order. Ivana Ortiz, former wife, appeals the entry of a temporary order which modified time sharing by revoking former wife's time sharing altogether and prohibiting contact between herself and the minor child. We have jurisdiction. This is Central Florida. Despite filing 4 post-order motions asking the trial court to reconsider its ruling, the arguments advanced on appeal by former wife were never presented to the trial court and thus are unpreserved. This was December. This is literally last year, literally months ago. Okay. Except in cases of fundamental error, an appellate court cannot consider any ground for objection not presented to the trial court. So there's information that was supposed to be presented that didn't get turned in. Further, there is no transcript of the proceedings leading to the order modifying time sharing. Thus, this court is unable to reach the merits of former wife's claims and without an adequate means of evaluating the factual issues asserted. Okay. So, without a record of the trial proceedings, the appellate court cannot properly resolve the underlying factual issues so as to conclude that the trial court's judgment is not supported by the evidence or by an alternative theory. Without knowing the factual context, neither can an appellate court reasonably conclude that the trial... What the hell? Hold on, y'all. What's up?
Who is this?
What do you mean? It's me. Because this phone is on her account.
Which number is this? I need to take it off her name and put it under your contact. What is going on?
Oh my gosh. This is the 559 number.
You on stream?
Yeah.
I don't need them to hear me this time.
Oh, they hear you. You already on speaker. What's up?
Nope. You won't get me.
You,
bye, y'all.
All right. Stepdaughter. Let's continue. Okay, without knowing the factual context, neither can the appellate court reasonably conclude that the trial judge so misconceived the law to require reversal. Accordingly, we affirm. So they upheld the decision. Not final until time expires to file motion for rehearing and disposition thereof if timely filed. So she can appeal this thing if she files it in a proper amount of time. Okay. This is from December 23rd. So she just lost access to her child last month, 4 months ago. Yes? Okay. Once again, troubled people seem to be the chosen folk for God's spiritual warfare. Okay? Okay, let's continue. Okay. So let's go here. This is what she sent to Rihanna. Okay. All right. Send this hashtag. Send this everywhere. They are done. I just restricted that stupid biot Kim Kardashian. I already threw with Rihanna. Your turn hiding. Stop begging for a look. Okay. Oh no. So okay. Oh wow. Ad bag or Riri, are you there? Because I was waiting for your AIDS 5-head self to say something to me directly instead of sneaking around like you talking to me where I'm not at. Once again, this is a spiritual battle, not in the physical. not in the physical. We're going to go over some of her stuff. Okay? Once again, I'm of the position that this woman was fighting a spiritual battle. She was a soldier for God. Okay? Okay? You don't have to agree with me, and that's okay. That's okay. Okay? This is a spiritual battle. Okay. Now, let's pull this back. Okay. Now, let's go here. This is where it kind of gets interesting. Okay? She recently filed a civil lawsuit against Live Nation as well in October 25, alleging organizers had failed to obtain a proper special event permit and a required noise waiver. Okay? Once again, take everything I present with a grain of salt. This is her. She filed this against Live Nation. Interesting. Same stuff. Same stuff. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Pull that back. Now let's go to some of her rantings and musings. Let's get a better clear understanding of what her belief was, or whatever the case may be. I want to see where people are at. Okay? So this is what she says. She claims Rihanna stole her thoughts. Rihanna is jealous of her. Rihanna was in her dreams. You don't think remote viewing is real? The CIA spent millions of dollars and hired psychics to teach the soldiers how to remote view. That's a real thing. The CIA was heavily invested into remote viewing so they could peek into whoever from whatever country and see what they're up to. That's a real thing. This is a spiritual thing. Your government fights spiritual battles. Hitler, with all of his, there's a book called, I believe, Gods and Monsters, where Hitler was hiring psychics and trying to open portals and, talk to demons to help him win wars. Like, even militaries fight spiritual battles. Okay? Let's continue. She said when Rihanna is gone, God will take her to her future. Rihanna's spirit holds no purpose. Let's take a listen to what she has to say. I'm curious now. Because once again, I think a lot of you guys are missing the entire picture here. This is a spiritual battle. Let's go.
When you die, God is taking me to my future. You want to kill me. Shut the fuck up. Okay? Shut the fuck up. Yeah, she's a witch. She's a witch. I'm a watchman. She's a witch.
Oh, hold up, sis. Too deep, too much. Whoa. Hey, hold up. You talking that good shit. Now you got my interest. Hold up, sis. You talking that good talk. Whoa. Hold up. Whoa, Nelly. She talking that good talk. This is my kind of woman right here. Hold up. So, do you disagree that Rihanna's a witch? So let's keep it really simple for everybody. Do you believe that Rihanna is a witch or she's a practitioner? Yes or no? I'm gonna just walk this down very slowly for everybody. Do you believe that Rihanna is a witch or at least a practitioner? Yes or no? Ain't she from Barbados? She's from the islands. Yes. Island women are heavily into the occult practices. So let's not play dumb. Do you believe she's a witch? Yes or no? Okay. So let's start there. Okay. So let's start there. Okay. Come on. Let's go.
Get that stupid girl out of here. Okay? They can't do this. They can't do this. That's why you got Rihanna over there all jealous. Because how am I? Because her faith is the devil. Rihanna's faith is the devil, okay? I don't like her, and she's always trying to steal from me. And she has not ever put out any music to reach people. She only did her little music thing so that she can do witchcraft. And so that she can steal from people. So everybody, please, Don't listen to her. Don't follow her. Don't give that girl any air, space, or time, because she's stealing from you. Okay? She's stealing from you. So you guys need to wake up and don't give that girl any attention. They want to come over here and steal my thoughts.
That's Satan. He just wants to kill something beautiful. Just like his Rihanna. They just want to kill something beautiful.
So even though the devil and Rihanna are very loud, God and Jesus Christ are doing something, and myself. Look at the devil. He doesn't want it to be me. He doesn't want me to be a Christian woman of God. Because that's what it is. That's why I'm indifferent to Rihanna. I'm indifferent to a lot of your girls, devil. They may be loud. Rihanna and the devil may be very loud. But that's not power. That's not power. Me and Jesus Christ are good. Rihanna even said, I oink, about herself. She's so stupid. She's like, I oink like you. And no, that was on a day when I was doing day trades and I was trading ION. Look up the tracker. And then Rihanna's over there and she's there with the devil. They don't want me to get money. They don't want me to be successful. I made $3,000 one day on a day trade trading NVDA. And then Rihanna, she pops up in the spirit with the devil and they're like, meh, 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 meh. And then they went over and they attacked a legal case. They went and attacked my lawyer, Jennifer Meister, and they took her spirit and her energy and they were just right there. Like I could see the
Meister. Interesting. That her attorney's name is Jennifer Meister. Now, is that Meister? Because you could pronounce that Meister as well. Yes. So if her lawyer's spelling of her last name is Meister, if it's Meister, right? Some people would pronounce it Meister. And if you studied old medieval lore, a Meister is what? What does a Meister do? But once again, I'm open to any and everything. Some of you guys are just so closed off in your religious base. You refuse to see it could be any other possible way. Once again, right? Those chosen to fight these spiritual battles are not the most morally upstanding persons. Okay. So she has a history of some issues recently. Okay. I'm not saying what she did was right, but what does a spiritual warfare look like to you? What's it supposed to look like? But let's continue.
Vivid as day. And because they were jealous, because they literally don't want me to be successful.
No, Rihanna, no. You're not the eagle. They will soar high on wings like eagles. Rihanna wants to say that we are flying. That we are flying and we're not. She's not flying. She's had a bad day. She looks really stupid and corny. The way that the way that Rihanna wants to kill me, she's the one who wants to kill me. The way that Rihanna wants to kill me shows that we're not going to show this right now. But this is my heart, Lord, and I am expecting and waiting in that beautiful time for you to show me what you're going to do and how you're going to deliver this promise.
I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Lord God, I pray that you yank Rihanna by her freaking wig, by the mop on her head, and throw her all the way across darkness. In Jesus' name. Her spirit is in the spirit of the world, and it is very non-purposeful. Very non-purposeful. And it's very intrusive, and I rebuke it in the name of Jesus.
Okay, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
There's an energy trying to literally throw a ray of... What is it? A ray of force at me to push me down. You're not... I don't want you, and you don't go there. And you know what? God's judgment is going to be overwhelming against you when he grabs you and throws you down. I've already seen it. You saw Rihanna. You saw her picture. She has a very big forehead and an ugly, ugly nose. That's God's judgment on her. I keep telling her to stop harassing me. To stop harassing me. And she keeps doing it. She keeps harassing me. And I already bought stock in Ulta. And I have staked in Ulta. So now those energies can't harass me when I go into Ulta anymore. When I go into Ulta, the devil tries to antagonize me or instigate against me by the pictures that are there. But you know what? I bought steak in there and I said, you know what, forget you. This is mine too. This is mine too. You're not going to be throwing bad energy. at me when I'm coming to the store. So I went and I bought stock. And then when I went in there, I saw Rihanna. She looked so bad. That's the judgment of God. And I thank God for that. So just the way God did that judgment, the same energy, the same devil that is trying to be around me and make my area uncomfortable, God is going to...
Okay. Now, the comments, once again, nobody believes in giving grace or trying to open their thought patterns and processes, and it's okay. Let's keep it going. Okay. Let me go here. So let's go to the audio call. I want to hear the audio call. And then we'll get to Rihanna.
And 8052, shooting just occurred. Approximately 10 shots heard, and then an unknown person shouting, code 3 incident 1920 RD809, semi for additional.
8052, 8052, incident 1921, all units 8020 responding closely from Santa Monica and Stoner to...
Talk to you, show us back.
8052, roger, other unit with the message repeat.
81 shows backing from the station.
All units 81 backing from the station to...
For the units at 8028, 8020, additional, your shooting just occurred. The PR believes the shots came from across the street of the upper gate. The PR does not have visual. No further. It's additional 1921. Wesley unit, shooting just occurred. This vehicle is a white Tesla, northbound on Coldwater. 10 gunshots fired from the vehicle at the gate, code 3, incident 1932, RD809.
Air 10, can you find out the make of that Tesla? I'm sorry, the model.
Air 10, somebody. CBR, you still on the line?
Number 2, passenger. For the description, the passenger was firing a gun. Additional on incident 1932.
Here you go, the model of the car.
Philadelphia 6, roger. Wesley units responding, shooting just occurred. Suspect vehicle was a 2023 to 2024 Tesla 4-door with paper license plate, unknown model. Additional incident 1932. At 853, the suspect vehicle was last seen going southbound on Coldwater Canyon. Stand by the piers, attempt to check the camera footage for a license plate.
85, show the cold water, so sunset Coldwater.
85, repeat across to Coldwater.
Sunset.
Sorry, that's 85-2, code 100, Sunset Coldwater.
Beverly Hills notified. 81, was there a license plate number on the Tesla?
CBR, are you still on the line?
Stand by, the piers attempting to look at the camera footage for the license plate.
All units, additional on the shooting just occurred. Suspect vehicle was last seen Coldwater Canyon, additional incident 1921.
Zebra 2, it's going to be a Tesla Model 3, white in color. Stand by for the plate.
Everything will copy, we're in the area.
Everything's in the area.
82 confirmed with southbound Coldwater. 7834, roger.
All units, additional on the shooting just occurred. Suspect vehicle is a white Tesla Model 3 license plate. David Paul 38 Edward 1, David Paul 38 Edward 1, last seen northbound from 1200 block of Benedict Canyon.
AZ1, that's just possible.
Search impossible. Temporary plate, David Paul 38 Edward 1, David Paul 38 Edward 1.
85-9, I just spoke to the primary and it's going to be a verified. That's the plate and the vehicle traveling on Benedict northbound.
Okay, Brandon, roger.
Okay. It had paper license plates. All right. Okay. Let me do this. Hold up. Oh, this is deep. Okay. Tomorrow we're gonna keep going with the MK Ultra and Black Assassins. Oh, this is gonna be good. Okay. Let me pull this back. Now let's continue. Now let's get to Rihanna. Now, if we agree that she's a witch, right? If we agree she's a witch, why do you care what happens to her? Now let's see how y'all pick and choose y'all favorites. So if you agree that Rihanna, like I said, we're gonna get to Rihanna. If she's a practitioner, she's in the cult, whatever, she's a witch, blah 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 blah. You know, your religious base tells you that okay, that she's a bad person. Stay away from her. She means you no good. What do you care what happens to her? Why do you care? Why would you care what happens to a witch? If you're a Christian, right? If you're one of these Bible thumping, hardcore, right leaning Christians, like you believe every word of the Bible, the New Testament mainly. Okay. Why do you care? And you believe in spiritual warfare. Okay, fine. Why do you care what happens to a witch that puts millions of people under spells and puts them in trances and make them do things and lower their inhibitions to be susceptible to be possessed by the music? Why do you care what happens to a witch? Why would you care? Is what I'm asking. Why would you care? Okay. I'm asking, why would you care? Why would you care? Okay. Okay. So let's go here. Let's go here. We'll go down this rabbit hole. I'll entertain you. A reigning music industry conspiracy. Meet Rainman. Remember years ago people were making videos about the entity called Rainman? Yes. Okay. Let's continue. So, okay, a few days ago I was casually scrolling through TikTok when my sister sent me a random conspiracy from a page about music theories and jokingly messaged, I am not saying we should sell our souls, but I am not saying we shouldn't either. For context, we are working on a really awesome art project. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So because that's where that comes from, my ears immediately perked up because I love Rihanna and they were breaking down why they thought she sold her soul to this demonic entity, Rainman. Okay. So, artist lyrics referring to Rainman. Rihanna, Jay-Z, in anticipation for the precipitation stacked chips for the rainy day, Rainman is back with Little Miss Sunshine. That was his intro. Yeah, that was his intro verse. That was his intro verse. Okay. Eminem, it's Attack of the Rainman. Rainman. Got brain damage, I'm dumber than Rainman. Gucci Mane. Rainman, go away. That's what all these haters say. Jamie Foxx. Release me, oh, on Rainman. Lil Wayne. Hey, everybody, say Mr. Rainman, can we have a rainy day? Now, you could say, oh, no slide they're referring to money. Sure. I hear you. Feeder, I see the Rainman kiss the sun. Jay-Z, he's not a sane man. He's more like the Rain Man twitching. They call me Rain Man. The Doors. You know the Rain Man's coming to town. Bob Dylan. Once again, in a famous interview, referred to Commander-in-Chief is who he serves. Let's continue. Now, the Rain Man gave me 2 cures. Bob Dylan again, and the Rain Man leaves in the Wolfman's disguise. T.I. Call me the Rain Man from the place where they gangbang. Wasp, Rain Man on fire from the hells of Hades. Nas, you know what though? I love the rain, man. The Game, we make it rain like Rihanna when he played with the glove. Tanya Tucker, she said you call yourself the Rain Man. Mims, just like Rain Man. I know, money. I know. Blackstone Cherry, have you seen the Rain Man? Savage, raise that Rain Man without question. Del the funky Homo sapien, try to play me like the Rain Man. Okay. So, rain represents abundant blessings from above, and the Rain Man is said, man from above who gives abundant blessings, or for them, Lucifer. This part confuses me because I thought Lucifer was a fallen angel. News to me, but I guess according to the Deprogram Wiki, occultists in Europe and America have used the term Rain Man to mean Lucifer or demonic fallen angel for many years, and now it is showing up openly in modern entertainment. Rain Man being Satan and Lucifer, I'm not going to go there. I'm just not. I'm so over it. Which the backstories on Lucifer and Satan being the same person, father and son, being a little murky, but you get the point. Okay. According to a Facebook post, the man who walks with God always gets his destination. Okay. Remember, Lucifer was created in heaven to make music. Some even say his very being consists of musical instruments. Here in this world today, he makes himself known in many ways, but the thing he does for sure is induct people into music, and his name is Rain Man to some. Okay. Was Satan the head musician? This cannot be answered definitively. Scripture does not say enough about what his duties were in heaven, considering the fact that the angels constantly worship God. Isaiah 6:3, Revelation 4:8. It is possible that Satan led that worship. But on the other hand, I found Isaiah 14:11. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, thy noise of thy viols. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. So who knows? Either way, maybe this thing's obsession with the music industry is more of a message on our societal celebrity culture. Okay, according to Villains Wiki, the Rainman is a powerful demon who makes deals with those who aspire to make it big in the industry in exchange for their soul. Okay, now the word umbrella is apparently also synonymous with the Rainman. I assume because you use them when it's raining. I got a little lost here on the exact connotation, but moving forward, the word is derived from the Latin word shadow, or under the influence of umbra. Who the hell is umbra? A quick search tells me the spirit or ghost of a dead person residing in the underworld. Wikipedia tells me it is the innermost and darkest part of a shadow. Okay. Umbra is also cited from its use in H.P. Lovecraft's book Necronomicon. In this case, an umbra is one of many globes of Yog-Sothoth, a cosmic entity and outer god, right? Necronomicon, it explains that Yog-Sothoth could bestow great riches on whoever bestows him a woman. Okay. All right. The mythology of Lovecraft and the Cthulhu mythos also tell us the Yog-Sothoth is a limitless cosmic horror that is connected with all of space and time, yet is locked away from mainstream reality. The monstrous deity sees all and knows all and can impart knowledge to anyone foolish enough to ask for his favor, which often required human sacrifice or worse, and would bring calamity and ruin to the would-be follower. Okay. Many others believe that the Rainman is connected to a Baphomet, a demonic entity. I'm not going to get to all that because this is child's play at this point. Symbolization of the equilibrium of opposites. And others argue that Rainman is a different being entirely while representing a higher power. Okay, so Rihanna's song Umbrella has a couple of perspectives in this conspiracy world. One is that she's expressing her devotion to the Rainman in the song. Second, the premise of the music video is that a woman is violated by a demon and gives birth to 6 demonic children. Rainman enters into the music video when Jay-Z sings Rainman is back with Little Miss Sunshine, Rihanna, where you at? Rihanna responds by singing, you've had my heart and we will never be worlds apart. You're a part of my entity here for infinity. As such, the song debatedly converts from a love song to Rihanna swearing her allegiance to a fallen angel. The theories also believe that there are references to the number of the beast in the music video. Rainman allegedly enters the music video through Rihanna's body. Rihanna's body supposedly contorts into a visual representation of a goat-like beast with a triangle prison. Looks a little bit more like Yoda. Okay. Conclusion. Made deals with the present-day successful artists in the music industry in order for them to attain success and money, only to torture them psychologically later. Rihanna's song Umbrella music video is actually about a woman is violated by a demon who gives birth to 6 demonic children, implying that the entity may have attacked Rihanna in real life as well. He forces the artists who made deals with him to put hidden subliminal messages about him in the lyrics of their songs and or music videos. Seems to have quite the ego. Okay. Folklore has been around since the dawn of the day and is actually historians' best records for peasants or anyone not rich back in the day. Okay, it also represents societal norms and fears. I wonder what this says about us. Once again, take everything I'm going to present to you with a grain of sea salt. Now, once again, if you believe this woman is used herself for, why do you care what happens to her? If a so-called soldier for God does what soldiers do in battle and slays the opposition, why do you care? Why would you honestly care? Okay. Let's go here. Is this the same one? No, same one. Okay. So let's go here. Okay, this is what you wanted your whole life, Marshall, right? Boo. Look at this house. Look at these cars. I'm so nice. Oh. But you didn't know that fame has a price too, that you're just now seeing the downside too. Okay. All right, the Rainman is a demonic entity that believed to be a corrupting influence behind the music industry, said to have had connections with various popular artists, most particularly Jay-Z and Rihanna. Okay. According to the theories, Rainman is a powerful demon, makes deals, blah, blah. With the noun rain, it is defined as water falling as rainwater, and anything watery. According to the theories, rain can also be defined as one who receives abundant blessings from above. This is actually a unisexual title that can be used for both genders. The word umbrella is also synonymous with the Rain Man. The word umbrella is derived from a Latin word meaning shadow or under the influence of umbra. Okay, the Rain Man is a prevalent demon that is often alluded to in Rihanna's music video, Umbrella. According to conspiracy theories, the premise of the music video is that a woman is violated by a demon, gives birth, blah, 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 blah. Okay. I remember this. It's all coming back to me now, right? It's all coming back to me now. Let's go here. Let's watch this. Yeah. They could kill the music. Okay, let's see here. Okay. The following clip and they're about to hear is Lennon Honor. Oh my God. Not Lennon Honor. Jeez, I can't get away from this guy.
There are several things that immediately stand out about this frame. Something is not quite right here. It is probable that you have already sensed that something strange is going on in this frame. Let us take a closer look. First of all, it appears as if Rihanna is bent over, her head bowed low, her face against the floor. Her legs are parted, her arms upstretched, angled behind her. This frame is dualistic in nature. It tells two stories simultaneously. Look closely at Rihanna's hair. There are only a few strands leaning down towards the ground. How is this possible? If her head is fully bowed, then shouldn't all of her hair be leaning down towards the ground? Shouldn't the hair on the back of her head fold over towards the ground?
Not if she has gel in it, sir. Oh, come on now. Okay. See, now you watch this shit years later. Now you're like, and when you learn some more things, like, wait. She has gel in her hair. So not all the hair is going to fall over. But okay, I'm entertained. Come on, I'll entertain this.
As well. Wouldn't gravity make this so? Secondly, there are anatomical impossibilities present in this frame. The distance between Rihanna's bowed head and shoulders is anatomically disproportionate. Given the relative position of her trapezius muscles and pectoralis major muscles, Rihanna's neck would have to be about 11 inches long in order for her head to reach that low. From this position, her neck would also have to be stretched downward at an anatomically impossible angle.
Okay.
But this is not all. The fact that we can simultaneously see the trapezius muscles and the pectoralis major muscles indicates that this frame has been doctored, changed, or digitally edited. The trapezius muscles and the pectoralis major muscles are posterior and anterior respectively. In other words, they are opposite of each other, one existing at one's back, the other at one's front. So then, how is it possible that we are able to see both so clearly here, unless this picture has been somehow altered? But why would it be altered? What purpose would it serve to alter this picture in such a way? Let's look closely at this area. What is this small horizontal line here? Is it some sort of protruding bone? Is it some sort of spontaneous mutation, the effect of which has formed bone structure only existing on one human being on the planet? If this is bone structure, then why is it not visible on the other side? This is not some protruding bone. This frame has been purposely altered.
Okay.
This small horizontal line is in actuality a right eye. We can therefore add the left eye. Eyes, eyebrow ridges, small forehead region.
Oh, that's how. Oh, okay.
Horns, snout, mouth, miscellaneous bone structure. The head of Rainman is in plain sight. So why did we not see this in the first place? Well, this frame is extremely brief, which makes it only accessible on a subconscious level. By freezing the frame and taking a more critical look, we can register all of these subliminal elements on a conscious level.
Okay. I mean, sure, why not? Sure. Okay. That was cute. Let's go here. This is interesting. Okay. TikTok pastor says that before Rihanna landed her gig on Super Bowl 23, pop star was handling. Okay, Gerald Johnson, religious figure and leader of the Gerald Johnson Ministries in Texas, shared a video on the social media site recalling a 2016 journey to Satan's playground, which occurred after his spirit left his body and traveled to the center of the earth. That's where hell is. Okay, let's go here. This is interesting.
Yes, absolutely. I saw the real hell. I was there. And I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy.
Wait.
I don't care what a person has done to me. I would never wish that on them.
Okay.
For me, the way it went.
Pause. Let's go here. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Shit. Oh, it's not a video. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, we're back here. We're back to this video. Let's go.
I thought that I was having a heart attack, and my spirit left my physical body. And I thought that I was going upward, but because I thought I had done so much good in this lifetime and helped so many people and made so many decisions that were godly decisions. But as opposed to me going up, I went down, and I went literally into the center of the earth, and that's where hell is. Jesus even said that in the scriptures. He says, just as Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of a whale, so shall the Son of Man be 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the earth, which is where hell is. The things that I saw were literally undescribable, and it just makes me emotional every time I talk about it. But it was one of the things that I saw that just blew me away was there's a man on all fours like a dog. He was burned from the crown of his head to the soles of his feet, and his eyes were bulging out. And what was worse than that is that he had a chain around his neck, so he was like a dog in hell. And what was even worse than that is that who was holding the chain? It was a demon holding the chain. And I knew, because they're not said, they're known. It's like a telepathic communication. I knew that this demon was sent in this man's life to ride him from his childhood until the time that he died, because the demon knew that if I could stay in his life long enough on the earth, if I can keep getting him to not serve God and to make bad decisions on the earth, then I'll have power over him in hell, and he'll be a slave to me. So it's like twice a slave. It's like you're a slave on the earth to the things of the devil, and then in hell you're really like a tormented dog slave. And then there was another part that I experienced that just blew me away. It still baffles me to this day. There was a section in hell where music was playing, and it was the same music that we hear on the earth, but as opposed to entertainers singing it, the music demons were singing it. And it was some of the same lyrics that we hear here. And then again, things, like I said, they're not things that are not telepathically, things that are telepathically known there. I knew that on earth, a lot of the lyrics and the music and the songs are inspired by demons. So sometimes when people smoke to get high and to get lyrics and to get verses and rappers and all those things. So in a lot of music, people actually smoke to get high, to get verses and to get bars and to be hot and to be fresh and to get that swag. But when they open themselves up to a false high, it's like illegal access into the spirit realm. They actually come in contact with demons who give them lyrics for the purpose of controlling people on the earth. So here, music is for like to get over a breakup. Don't worry, be happy. I busted windows out your car, or under my umbrella, or whatever. Every lyric to every song is to torment you as to the fact that you didn't worship God through music when you were on the earth. So it's like, you had a chance to worship him in church and worship him at home and worship him through music, but you chose to worship Satan by repeating the lyrics that he inspired to come into the earth. So there's people there for that because music is very controlling. And I was angry with God because it's like, how did I do this much good and I'm actually in hell? Well, I lifted up out of hell and I came back on the earth, and God began to speak to me. I actually saw the real Jesus. I saw him, and he began to speak to me, and he said, you have been secretly upset with the people that hurt you. You have been hoping that I would punish the people that hurt you. He said, these are not your people. These are my people. He says, I only want you to focus on the assignment that I'm giving you because I want to do something through you that the world hasn't seen. And so the root of it is that although I did good, I gave a lot to people. I did a whole lot of good things. The thing that I had in my heart was unforgiveness towards people who had did me wrong. Because a person that can't forgive is a person that's forgotten how much they have been forgiven of. So that's my experience with hell. Hell is a real place, and I don't believe that God doesn't send people to hell. People send themselves to hell. And whatever's still left inside of you that God has been trying to get out of you that you die with, that's going to determine where you go. God's going to want to know, did you learn to love well? Did you learn to forgive well? Did you serve me well? Did you do something greater than your life? Did you do anything that has eternal significance, or is everything selfish? So I thank God for the light. It was Jesus.
I mean, he sounds sincere. I'm not gonna. I mean, I've seen people's accounts that they went to hell instead and had a terrifying experience. So not everybody gets to visit heaven. I've seen a couple of people that say they visited hell. It was like, oh no. So let's continue.
Because of that light, I won't see any more days in hell.
Okay. Take everything that's presented with a huge grain of sea salt. Okay. Now, once again, the question I would ask everybody is, if this is truly a spiritual battle, spiritual warfare, if you firmly believe in what you lie to yourself about, why would you care what happens to a soldier of Satan? If a soldier of God smites a soldier of Satan, why do you care? Why is it a big deal to you? Why? Why is it a big deal? Why do you care? Why would you care what happens to Rihanna? If you believe she opens herself up to demonic forces to put you all under a spell or a trance, to have you guys lower your inhibitions, to do things you normally wouldn't do under your right frame of mind, why would you care what happens to a soldier of Satan? Okay. I'm just asking questions, y'all. I've been 3 hours. Oh no, time to go. Been on for 3 hours. Time to go. Time to go. Sorry. I didn't think it was gonna be this long. Holy cow. Okay. Let's go here before I get up out of here. I'm just curious to see what other people are saying.
It's perfect.
Oh no, what is this? Okay, no. Okay, let's see what he's talking about. Okay, that was funny. Let's go here.
Like, you know what songs you like from other people. Like, if you went to make a playlist, you knew what the fuck a hit was, and you know how to make it. So just write a fucking hit. So I just told myself that day, and literally we're moving stuff around in the studio. Cool Carell, who now is like side by side with Rihanna and records a lot of her stuff for her now. Finds this loop, this kick loop. Trick starts to play this chord, and I kind of walk in at that same moment, and I hear it. And I heard about maybe 8 bars of what Trick was doing. And I said, man, turn the mic on. It's like, man, we're not ready. We just started moving this shit around. We got to plug it up. We got to get it right. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Turn the mic on. I turned the mic on. I maybe had to go back and change 4 words, but I sung it from the top to the end, exactly as is how you hit a song today. You know what a hit sounds like. You know what songs you
all right,
like
I'm gonna
from
leave it
other
there.
people. I'm
gonna leave it there. Once again, make of it what you will. I'm just asking questions, man. Once again, I don't understand the whole, oh my God, we got to protect Rihanna. Protect Rihanna from what? That's not your job. That's her man's job, for one. And for two, I'm of the position that this thing between Issa Martinez and Rihanna is a spiritual thing. And it's not going to look pretty. Okay? It's going to look ugly. Okay? That's what a spiritual warfare looks like. It's ugly. So that's my take on it. I'm going to get out of here. Thank y'all for coming through.